I've destroyed hundreds of hours of footage, and I'm only just starting to feel annoyed about it now. Yes, this was completely a deliberate act. Like, I didn't accidentally lose all of this video footage of me drawing, you know, in a PC kind of death or anything, which has happened actually a couple of times. No, this was completely deliberate. And I'm so annoyed with myself now because I think my mindset has changed. So let me just explain what's going on here. I've had this mindset and this idea that if I don't edit my videos, or if I don't post, you know, final product of my videos within a certain amount of time, they're no longer of any use. Now, I've no idea where this has come from, and I don't know why I feel like there's some sort of cutoff time for viewing art. I don't know where it's come from. I have a feeling it might be some sort of conditioning to the way social media is now, and being so used to short form content. You know, it's very quick. It's like fast food, okay? It's quick, convenient, it's addictive, you know, and that's what I feel about social media at the moment. So when something hasn't been put out quick enough, in terms of my art, I mean, if it's not gone out quick enough, then it's old, it's no longer relevant. And I really don't understand why I felt this way about my art, because it's not like I don't go back and look at my art. I do all the time, actually. You know, when I'm feeling kind of low, or, you know, I feel like I haven't been improving, I'll go back and, you know, even a few years, I'll go back and scroll back on my social media and have a look at what I've been doing, you know, how things have changed, how I've improved. So I am looking at my art, but why is it that when it comes to my videos of my process, that I feel like it's no longer relevant? I cannot get over this, because I have so much content that I could have made. And let's just forget the content side. It's not about the content. I can no longer go back and look at all of these videos that I made of my processes. They're gone. I deleted them. They are just gone. And mainly the reason why I deleted most of them is to save space. You know, I don't have a lot of space on my computer. I do have quite a few, you know, external hard drives, internal hard drives. I've loads of them, but videos take up so much space. So I deleted them, thinking, well, it's been 6 months since I've drawn this picture, which I never got time to edit. 6 months is a long time. You know, no one's going to be interested in seeing that anymore. Maybe my style has changed since then. So what's the point in even editing it? So just delete it. And that's what I did. I did that for, I don't even know how many sketchbook spreads, because I try and make an effort to record pretty much everything I do, especially since I've opened up my Patreon. I like to make sure that I can show everyone my processes for everything that I do. And yeah, I no longer have any of that video footage anymore. So anyway, look, back to this video. This particular video, this footage that I have, for some reason I kept it, and I'm not quite sure why, but this was drawn, I think, July last year. And for some unusual reason, I kept this one out of, I don't know, maybe 20 videos I deleted. It feels so gross to say it out loud. I still have this one, I don't know why, but I decided today that I would go back and have a look and edit the footage and actually share it with you guys, and not feel this weird sort of sense of shame or embarrassment. I don't know. I don't know what it is I'm feeling. It's just such a shame that it's only taken me until now to realize that art doesn't have a shelf life. There's no best before date. It doesn't matter when you made it. There's always going to be someone out there who's interested in seeing what it is that you do, or the subject, the subject matter, like in this case, Homelander. There's always going to be at least one person anyway. And if that one person is just me, then that's great too. But yeah, I have to start rethinking things in terms of how I feel about my art, more positively, obviously. We want to be more positive about things like this, but I don't know, is this a common thing? I often wonder, when I think about these things, and I'm thinking to myself, is this normal? Is it just me, or is this normal? Do other people feel like content and art and videos, it's just so fast-paced now that it's, once you've done it, that's it, move on. You'll never look back again. It's go, 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 have to move on to the next thing? Or do you actually feel like you're happy to go back and look at your art, revisit it, reshare it? It's really a difficult thing to articulate, I think. It's funny because there's sometimes when I kind of forget how to draw. I know that sounds really dumb, but there are times where if I look at a piece of art that I've done and I kind of forget what my process was, how I actually came to the finished product, and how useful would it be for me to look back on a video to be able to see, oh yeah, that's how I made that kind of transition from that color to that color, or, that was a really good technique. How did I do that again? This happens a lot because, especially at the moment, I'm trying to experiment a lot. I'm trying to really get outside of my comfort zone. So I'm doing quite a few different things in terms of mixing up my media, I'm using pencils, markers, paint sometimes, whatever it is that at that moment in time I want to try out, I'll do it. And then there's using ink liners, not using ink liners. There's so much, and it's all over the place. And it's so easy to forget how you actually create a piece of art. And that's why I think it's so important, if you're comfortable filming yourself, that you do it. Not for everyone else, not for the sake of content and, trying to grow your platforms, but really just for yourself, because there's nothing better than being able to go back and have a look at what you've done, and you can learn from something you've already done before. Do you know what I mean? I know this sounds crazy, but I have definitely learned from looking back on my art, and I just really wish that I kind of realized that before deleting absolutely everything that I've ever done that I haven't edited. Do you know what I mean? So I could try and be more organized, I guess, and maybe I should invest in more storage. But that's expensive. I realize I'm making excuses now. I'm not going to make excuses because I really want to sort this out. I don't want to have to delete anything ever again. But I know people, in this kind of industry of content creation who have so much storage. They have so many hard drives and they have never deleted a single piece of footage. They kept all of their raw footage, all of their edits, all of their final videos, absolutely everything. And I think that's incredible. Imagine being that organized that you still have every single bit of footage. And not just that, but you can reuse and repurpose all of that. Why didn't I think of this? You can go back and use various pieces of footage that you haven't actually used before because you have everything. You've kept it all. So look, if you can take anything away from this video, if you are a person who likes to record your drawings or your processes, please find a way to keep them forever if you can. And don't give them a certain amount of time before you decide they've expired, because it doesn't expire. nothing needs to expire. It can still be used. It still has a use. You can still use it. Others can still view it. There's no rules on this, and I'm so dumb for placing this rule on my art, and I regret it. It's a huge regret. So yeah. Yeah, I just kind of needed to get that out of my system. I've just been so annoyed today about it, and I just needed to, yeah, I just really needed to talk about it. So yeah, completely rambly video. Sorry, like most of my videos seem to be going this way, but I just kind of like to talk about whatever it is that's on my mind in that moment of time. And yeah, hope you really listen to me here when I say, don't delete your footage. Okay, love you, bye.